Hi again. Welcome back to the small but mighty comic room, Chonko Comics and Nerd Culture. Video number 3. Dropping a second video today because I am freaking prolific. Trying to get in the swing of things and trying to get used to this and see if I can say a few less times this video. For some of the other nerds, the beer nerds out there, I'm drinking some Bourbon County this past year, 2024. Came on Black Friday, as it always does. And we're going to do an unboxing, a What's in the Box edition. Just had a box come back from CGC. Yes, I know, you don't do CGC comics anymore. I know, I care so much. I don't. They did a special. I guess it was kind of late summer, early fall. The time passes by as you wait for your books to come back from CGC. Where you could submit 15 modern books for a reduced rate. I don't remember what it came out to per book, but it was a really good deal. It was like $15 or $16 per book. And I had some modern books I really wanted to have graded. Some of these books were books that were recent books that were popular, I guess, in October. I think it was October that I saw these. September, October. And looked to be books that would be worth slamming and selling. I sell books to support my comic book habit, mostly on eBay. Also, at a local antique store, I sell some books. And I also submitted some books that I cleaned and pressed myself. Some of the very first that I did, where I thought it had a chance at a 9.8. So I gave it a shot. And these are books that, if they come back 9.8, 9.6, it's worth submitting. And if they don't, it was probably a waste of money. So, gambling on some. We will see. Let's look at the box. It's huge. It just came today. The massive CGC box. I'm sure you all know. Could do some lifting with this. By the way, I should show the shirt. Rocking the Phantom Lady. Ooh. Let's stand up here. Kind of classic. Phantom Lady cover. Is it Phantom Lady 17? Is that right? Do I have that right? I always forget the Matt Baker classic. Probably the most famous Matt Baker cover. I'm thinking either that or this Nightmare back here. Pretty famous Matt Baker cover as well. Another thing, yeah. As I say with Frazetta, everybody likes Frank Frazetta. Everybody likes Matt Baker. Right? I mean, is there somebody watching who doesn't like Matt Baker or Frank Frazetta? Defend that. Like, if you're watching the video and you don't like Matt Baker or you don't like Frank Frazetta, defend that. I need to understand why not. So let's cut the box open. Got the Matt Baker knife and tool, custom tool maker in Canada. Got this knife and it's really nice. Holds up. Good for cutting boxes or whatever. Entertain yourself for a second while I'm cutting. Almost cut myself there. Now that would have made for a nice video, a true golden age horror. And here the newer slab coffins that they're sending these things in. I like these a lot. I know some people have said that they don't like these as much as the weirdo cardboard thing they used to use, but I think these are great. I use these if I'm milling slabs out. So, I guess what we're going to do, I'm going to try to do this where I can't see, I guess. And I guess that's what all the cool kids do in these videos, so I'm going to try to do as well. So, very first one I have, this is an absolute Batman. I think this is, let's hold it up. Yeah, Jim Lee foil. Absolute Batman came back in 9.8, which it should. It was brand new when it was sent in. Yeah, Jim Lee foil. Oh, let's pull it out of the stupid plastics and put it in Mylar anyway. But, fantastic book. Wow. Yep, looks great. Looks great in the slab. I believe I'm going to be selling that. It's probably going to go on eBay. I have a raw one that I'm keeping, and I'm going to slab this one. I'm going to sell the slab one. Pretty cool. So let's see next. And the next is... It is Absolute Batman #1, the regular cover. And I sent 3 of these in. I got 3 copies. I believe I'm going to sell 2, keep 1 slabbed. So it's kind of like selling to, again, support my habit. It's a classic thing. I mean, I think drug addicts do this probably, and I'm a big proponent of comic book addicts doing the same thing. You don't get high on your own supply and sell what you are not keeping. And here is the second Absolute Batman #1. Also a 9.8. Yay. So yeah, gonna go up on eBay. I believe these are going for like about $140 each on eBay right now. And I did not pay $140. So that'll be nice to, again, support my addiction. And the third, great, another Absolute Batman, third one, 9.8. Again, a couple of those are going to go up on eBay, and that will be to, again, fund what I'm trying to do and getting some other comics. So this is one of the ones I pressed, cleaned and pressed, and I think this is okay. I was kind of hoping for better, but okay, I can see it from the back. Anytime somebody does one of these unboxings and they hold their hand over it, pretending like it reveals, they can see it from the back. So that's bullshit. Beavis and Butthead. This is Beavis and Butthead #2 at 9.6. Yeah, I cleaned and pressed this. I thought this was coming back as a 9.8. I have a #1 in here as well. I bought a #1 and #2 raw and cleaned and pressed them, and I thought they both had a chance at a 9.8. I thought the #2 was a little better, so we'll see if the #1 comes back. I'm probably going to sell these together on eBay, so I bought them for like $15 and then put a little bit of work into them. I mean, they really just had some small pressable defects, and I did just kind of a surface clean on them, and kind of hope for the best. But that's not bad. I mean, a 9.6 it's better than what it was when I got it, so that's encouraging. That maybe if I put a little bit of work into cleaning and pressing, maybe I'll get good enough that I could do this on more expensive books. I did it on some books that where it wasn't going to be a huge loss. Hold on while I imbibe. Pinky up because I'm fancy like that. So here is, oh, the rest of them is a lot more. There's a lot more in this. Stand by. Boy, this one's heavy. Man, I'm going to get a hernia on this one. All right. Got it. Got it. Like I said, 15 books, so we were through 5. Got 10 more. So I'll try not to make this video too long. I know that YouTube likes that, a little bit longer video, but I think they like it if people are actually watching. And right now there aren't a lot of people watching, but those of you who are, I appreciate the shit out of you. Right? I'm not supposed to say that, am I? Sorry. I appreciate the crap out of you. So here's another one that was, this one was brand new. I just did a press on it, and didn't need to be cleaned at all. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is Last Ronin, The Lost Years Director's Cut. This is the Tau variant A. It's man, you're not getting the. You hold it to the camera a little bit better here, so you can kind of get the full Michelangelo goodness. I don't know if you haven't read Last Ronin, you should read Last Ronin. It's a great book. I collected Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles when I was a kid. My good friend Robbie Racine turned me on to this. He brought a number 1 to school for printing, which I thought was absurd at the time, but when I read it, I really liked it. But yeah, this is great in 9.8. There are not many copies of this graded. This is from 2023, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with this. I really like it. I might have to keep that. We'll see. Unless it might be one of these where I put it up for $1 million, and if somebody wants to buy it, then yeah, no, not $1 million, but if somebody offered me enough, I would probably sell it. Otherwise, I think I'm going to keep it. It is really a cool cover. Okay, ooh. All right. Well, this is another one that I cleaned and pressed, and I thought had some chance at a 9.8, but no. Ooh. Iron Man 219, First Ghost. Man, I think that's a clean copy. Now that I look at it, there are a couple spine ticks. Boy. I wonder if those reverted afterward. Maybe I should have put this in a cold press longer. Again, I'm trying to work through technique on cleaning and pressing comics. I'll have to look at the grader's notes on this. But I do notice some spine ticks now when I see it in this awkward light. So 8.5. This is not worth very much money in an 8.5. Would not be worth submitting at that grade. So yeah, unless you're like in the 9.8, 9.6 range, that's not a book that you should send off to be slabbed. So skunked on that one, but otherwise we're doing really well. And by we, I mean me. I'm doing well. You don't have these. Well, you probably do. You probably have a bunch of these comics. Okay, well, this is good. This is the other Beavis and Butthead, number 1. And 9.8. Again, this one I cleaned and pressed. I thought, this one needed a little more work. A little like an extra press when I did it. I thought maybe it was going to be the opposite. Maybe number 1 was going to be a 9.6. Number 2 was going to be a 9.8. But the opposite is true. So these are going to go up as a lot. I'm going to sell both of these together. And yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think there are a lot of Beavis and Butthead fans, and these are really, really nice copies if you're looking for a couple nice copies of the first two Beavis and Buttheads. So we'll see. Ah, boy, this is a big one here. But yeah, so everybody's familiar with Mark Spears' Monsters. I think everybody's really, really on Mark Spears as an artist right now. I think he's one of those where people were very unfamiliar with him until he started doing this monster series earlier this year, and this just wild, cool cover art, monster cover art. And as I've mentioned in other videos, I love monster movies, love monster stuff, I collect a lot of monster-ish, horror-ish related stuff. We'll do a room tour. I know someone asked for that. I will do a room tour here coming up. Again, it's a very small room. This is kind of a hobby room. The guy who lived here before I did, an older guy, he had this as a model train room, and I've converted it into my comic room. I've got very few square footage in here, very little, and yeah, this is everything here. Some of my comics are in a different room, but the bulk of what I do with comics is in here: cleaning, pressing, reading, opening, bagging, boarding, and then just some of my cooler books displayed. But that's a tangent. So yeah, Mark Spears Monsters #1, but this is variant cover S. This is the Nirvana Comics exclusive. And I think this is the coolest one. I know a lot of people are into the Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein one. That's not it. It's this. Yeah. CSS 22 homage. This is one of, I think it's one of 100. I think they only did 100 of these. It's 100 or maybe it's 1,000, but very limited run and super, super cool Mark Spears art. And I mean, they even kind of almost have the Easy Comics thing here. This, man, I'm probably keeping this. I don't know that I can replace this. So yeah. I think that's a PC copy. Again, I mean, unless somebody offers me, $1 million, then yeah. I mean, or if you're like your sister's like Sydney Sweeney or something. Yes, I know. I'm in my 50s. I know Sydney Sweeney has nothing to do with me, but. Man can dream. Hope is a virtue. This is another one. I didn't think this was going to be a 9.8, but I did clean and press this. I thought it was going to be a little bit better than this. Yeah, I am going to have to get better, obviously. But this is, Fantastic Four 186 from 1977. This was a bit popular when I sent it out because it is the first Salem 7. And they appeared in the Agatha All Along series on Disney Plus. Came back as a 9.0. I thought it was a 9.2, 9.4. I didn't think it was going to be a 9.0. I didn't think it was a 9.8, obviously. There are some flaws, but I thought I got out the rest of it. There are some spine ticks on that. But still, I thought with some spine ticks, I thought it would be a little bit better. Anyway, 9.0. Again, another one where I don't think it's worth submitting at a 9.0, but it already was. Then Next, another one, cleaned and pressed, that I thought was going to be more in the kind of mid nines range. I'm looking for banana bends here, but All Star Squadron #1 newsstand. Yeah, yeah. This probably again not worth grading at a 9.0. I thought it was going to come back a little bit higher, but yeah, I don't think that there's a whole lot of value in this. Some of these maybe I'll do giveaways and get kind of a cool slabbed All Star 1 newsstand. We'll see. And yet another one that I thought was going to come back in the mid nines. Man, I'm off. I'm way off on my grades on these. But really cool copy. Yeah. Detective 590 and an 8.5. Again, another one not worth submitting at an 8.5, but man, what a cool cover. That is a Norm Brayfogle cover. I don't know why this isn't a more popular cover. I thought it was fantastic. Did a little bit of work on it. I mean, there's no color breaks that I can see. I don't know why this would come back as an 8.5. I thought it was going to be mid nines. But I think everyone says that when they do these videos. They're like, yeah, I thought that was better. You know, I mean, they'll act like personally offended that, like as if CGC's out to get them. But obviously they saw something I don't see, and they're better at this than I am. So I have some work to do. I have some work to do with my cleaning, pressing, and my eye for grading at these higher grades. I think kind of in the mid grades, I think I'm better at determining. But maybe at the higher grade, picking out this kind of minutia. I'm maybe more used to raw books. Historically, I don't think you pick up these small, less significant issues. Okay, so submitted this. This is one of those books that was one of these titles that was super collectible for a while. I don't think it's quite as collectible now, but people still do pay a lot of money for these. Do you poo? Absolute poo. This was a New York Comic Convention exclusive, and this is a one of 40. Only 40 of these exist. I think what I might do, I might group this with one of the Ultimate or the Absolute Batmans and sell those as a lot together. I think these are cool. I know some people think these are silly and gimmicky, which they are silly and gimmicky, but it's yeah. I mean, it's a very rare variant, and the people who like the Do You Poo series, I think they'll really like this one. That is, yeah, like I said, number 33 of 40. So hard to get variant. And this is good. So, popular artist right now. This is Nick's #1, the Trinity Comics exclusive. This was I got this in a Comic Tom box. I'm subscribed, but a Peach Momoko cover. For me, I'm like, with everything I see from Peach Momoko, it's either I'm like 100% in, and I think it's like fantastic, or I'm 100% out, and I think it can be a little too silly, a little too anime for me. But I like this one a lot. I think this one's really well done. It is a little bit anime, but I'll be selling this. So yeah, people who like peach mocha, hit your boy up. And last, the one more Absolute Batman #1, and it's the Jim Lee variant. This is the non-foil variant. Jim Lee. Yeah. Again, cool Jim Lee art, and that really cool Absolute Batman costume that he's wearing with the axe and the cool kind of like bat wings. Another one that I'm going to probably sell. I might group that with one of the other Absolute Batmans, or maybe with the foil version of that. Yeah, so a real mixed bag. Like some really cool comics, some that came back, in really nice grades, expected grades. The Beavis and Buttheads did really well. Like I said, I did some work on those, and some of the others didn't do as well. Probably weren't worth grading, and I think those will. I might try to sell those at my glass case at the antique shop here in town, or like I said, might do some giveaways. I'll look into it. And then yeah, some really cool ones that are going to be part of my personal collection. That Mark Spears monster CSS 22 homage is fantastic. I don't think I can get rid of that. Anyway, yeah, hope you liked it. I'm going to do another video probably tomorrow. I know I've been talking about this video of comics shipping and kind of differences in shipping and how to versus how not to ship comics. So I think that might be the next one tomorrow. If you stuck with this for 27 minutes, I really appreciate it. I don't know how many people are even watching these. I've seen that there are a handful. Some are my friends, and I appreciate them watching, and I appreciate somebody left a comment today. Thank you very much. Anybody, if you're watching these, if you like these at all, or if you hate me and want to throw Rotten Tomatoes at me or whatever, still comment, maybe subscribe, and you can see if I do any better in the future. If I can get away from saying, I know I promised I would try, but I don't really think about that as I'm doing these. And I'm going to probably try to edit these a little better in the future and all that. Anyway, once again, thank you very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like any of this. And yeah, like I said, if you don't, tell me that too. I'm down. I will, let's get into an internet fight. I mean, I'm down. Are you? So yeah, anyway, happy Friday, and I hope your weekend goes well. Cheers.